Good morning, I'm Lucy. Thank you for joining me for this practice. We're going to begin in child's pose this morning. So if you want to come onto your knees, sitting back onto your heels, reaching those arms forward, resting the forehead on the mat if it's comfortable for you to do so. Then taking a breath in, we're going to come up onto our hands and knees, making sure your hands are directly below the shoulders, knees are directly below the hips, 4 fingers are pointing forward, making a really strong connection with the ground. Tops of the feet are flat on the floor. I'm going to start with a few rounds of cat and cow. So breathing in, we're going to tuck the tailbone under, really pulling in that belly button, rounding the shoulders, lowering the head. And as we breathe out, tilting the pelvis, lowering the belly button towards the mat, bringing the chest through the arms and lifting the gaze last of all. Breathing in with your own breath now. Nice and slow, easing in to the practice. Breathing out, bringing the gaze through. Just starting to get those vertebrae oiled up, getting some movement into them. And then next time you breathe out, just pushing back again into Vipassana, taking a few breaths here. Coming back up onto hands and knees. I'm going to curl the toes under and we're going to push up into downward facing dog, but we're going to go bent leg first of all, keeping a slight bend at the knee. It's quite early, we're only just getting moving. Then we're going to walk those heels up and down. Thinking about rotating the upper arms outwards, rotating the forearms inwards. When we're ready, if we want to try and straighten the legs now, we can go for that if that's comfortable. Making sure that our feet are doing just as much work as our hands, weights evenly distributed. Just feel your way into it here, let the head hang nice and loose. And then we're going to tiptoe, tiny little steps forward to the front of the mat. And then we're just going to hang here, let the arms hang loose, let the weight of the head hang down. And then we're going to roll slowly, slowly, slowly. All the way up to standing and really roll those shoulders back. These are any crooks in your neck. And we're going to start by doing a few rounds of classical sun salutations. So if you want to join me at the front of the mat, feet hip width apart, tucking the tailbone under, pulling kneecaps up, pulling that belly button in, lifting those ribs, not flaring them, just lifting them slightly, rolling the shoulders back, hands by your side, jaws parallel to the floor, crown of the head draws up to the sky, and we take a breath in. Sweeping the arms up, gaze goes up. Breathing out, we're going to hinge from the hips and fold forward. Breath in, lift. Breath out, taking a big step back with that right foot, dropping that right knee. Breath in, sweeping the arms up. Breath out, hands to the mat. Stepping that left leg back, so we're in plank pose now. I'm going to drop to our knees, lower the chin and the chest to the mat, come through into that gentle back bend. Lowering back down, tucking the toes under and pushing up into downward facing dog. Just walk that dog a little bit more here. Then we're going to inhale that right leg all the way up, keeping the hips facing forward, don't start to twist from here. Then coming high on the left toes, we're going to tuck that knee in and step that foot forward to the front of the mat, dropping the left knee down. Breathing in, sweeping the arms up. Bringing out hands back to the mat. Tucking the toes on the left foot, step into the front of the mat. Lift there, breath out, fold. Breath in, sweeping out in a big circle, always to the top, gaze comes up. Breath in, hands to heart. All the way we go. Breath out, fold. Breath in, lift. Breath out, stepping that left foot all the way back this time. Nice big step. Drop that left knee down. Breath in all the way up. Hands back to the mat. Stepping back into plank. Knees down. Chin and chest. Coming through into cobra. Lowering down and pushing up into downward facing dog. Inhaling that left leg up. Stepping it all the way through. If you get stuck, get hold of it. Get it there however you need to. Dropping that right knee down. Inhale all the way up. Breath out, hands to the mat. Tucking the toes on the right foot under. Step into the front of the mat. Breath out, fold. Breath in all the way to the top. Hands to heart. Okay, we're going again for another round. Sweeping those arms all the way up. Breath out, fold. Lift. Stepping back with the right foot. Coming all the way up. Hands to the mat. Left foot comes back if you're feeling strong. We can chaturanga this time. And then come through into upward facing dog. Put the feet back over into downward facing dog. Just take a moment here. We're going to inhale that right leg up, stepping it all the way through, dropping the left knee down, hands back to the mat, step into the front, fold, breath in all the way up, hands to the heart, sweeping the arms up, hinging forward from those hips. Lift. And then stepping the left leg all the way back. Arms come up. Hands back to the mat. Chaturanga or knee, chin and chest, it's your choice. Through to cobra or upward facing dog. Stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhaling that left foot up. Stepping it all the way through, dropping that right knee down. Inhale and exhale. Step into the front of the mat. Breath out, fold. Breath in all the way up to the top. And hands to heart. One more time. Just one more round. Fold. Can't reach the floor, don't worry, reach your shins, your knees. Step that right foot back. Coming all the way up. Hands to the mat. Stepping back. Knees, chin and chest or chaturanga, your choice. Through to whichever back bend feels comfortable for you today. Making sure that we're being kind towards our bodies. Not pushing too far. Now medals to do one for going the furthest. Cricking our backs, pulling our hamstrings. Just do what feels comfortable for your body. And one more time on the left hand side. Folding. Lift. Step back with that left foot. Arms come all the way up, Feel that stretching. Psoas. Stepping back. Chaturanga on knees, chin, chest. Down facing dog. Inhale that left leg up. Step all the way through. Dropping that right knee. Go. Curl those toes under. Step into the front of the mat. Breath out, fold. And all the way up to the top. Hands down. Good. So now we're going to do Vrksasana, tree pose. So just a quick reminder before we get started, everybody pick your own level. That might be that your toes are still on the floor. It might be on the calf. Might be the inside of the thigh. Never ever the knee, as you all remember. It might be half lotus. But whichever one you choose, make sure that your hips are facing forwards. We don't want any twisting. As soon as we start to do that, we've lost the pose, and that's not what this is about. So pick your level, and we're going to start at the top of the mat, feet hip width apart, really feel into that left foot, really make sure that you've got that padded band, that foot lock connection, feel all four corners of the foot in the mat. Left hand on your waist, and we're going to lift that right leg, and we're going to place it in our chosen position, bringing our hands to our heart in prayer position, and we're going to inhale, hands over our head, and exhale, open them up. Beautiful branches with beautiful trees, all balancing, all focusing, really concentrating on your drishti, on your gazing point. Then bringing the hands back into the heart. Now this time when we release the foot, we're going to take a big step back, turning the foot in, turning the toes in at a 45-degree angle. We're going to bend that front knee. We're going to make sure our whole body is in line with the long side of the mat. I want you to check that you're not lunging over these front toes. Make sure that you can still see your toes. Knees pointing in the same direction as your big toe. Big inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to fire those arms out into warrior two, looking down that front hand. Really feel that line of energy all the way from one fingertip on the right hand to the fingertips on the left hand. If you can, just go that bit lower. Beautiful. I'm going to hold this here for 5 breaths. And 5, and we're going to lower that right hand to the back of the thigh or the knee, wherever it reaches. I'm going to turn the palm up on the left arm. I'm going to bring that arm over, following it with the gaze. I'm going to bring the arms back up into warrior two. Keep those legs strong, make sure the left foot and the right foot are both playing a part. I'm going to lower this left hand down to the outside of the left foot, bringing the top arm all the way over, making sure that right leg stays straight, making sure that we've still got connection with the right edge of the right foot. Keep breathing, bringing the right hand down to the mat, stepping ourselves back into downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths here. Then we're going to walk ourselves all the way to the front of the mat. And we're going to roll slowly all the way up. And we're going to go again on the other side. So, pick your level of tree, bring the hands to the heart, find your drishti, find your gazing point, something to focus on that's not going to move. Lifting that left knee, as we find Padabandha on the right foot, making sure we've really got that connection with the earth, grounding down. Lift that left knee and Place your foot wherever feels comfortable for you. Calf, inside of the thigh. Ooh, it's popular this morning. And then we're going to inhale the arms up and exhale the branches of our tree out. Really feeling ourselves rooting down, feeling ourselves grounding down, feeling that connection to the earth that we need in these strange and stressful times. And bring the hands back into the heart. Releasing that foot, we're going to take a really big step back with the left foot this time. Now I'm going to stay facing the wrong way from the camera, though it's a bit strange, just so that you can see what the pose looks like from the other side. See what the back line of the body's doing. So again, we're going to make sure our knees facing in the same direction as that front toe. We're going to make sure our hips with the headlights are pointing towards the long edge of the mat. Toes on the left foot are slightly turned in. Hands to heart in prayer. Take a breath in as we breathe out. Shoot that line of energy outwards. Gaze down that front hand. Virabhadrasana 2. Strong warrior pose. Strong legs. Ready to face whatever life throws at us. Go a little bit lower if you can. Feel how strong those legs are. And we're going to lower that left hand. Bring the right hand up, turning the palm, following it with our gaze. And breathing in, bringing the hands back to that warrior 2 position. And we're going to lower the right hand down to the outside of the right foot. If you need to, use a block, a box, rolled up blanket to reach, give yourself a bit more height if you can't quite get all the way to the floor. Just pause the video and run and get yourself a prop. Pushing that right knee into the right armpit. And then we're going to rotate that left hand down. Step outside your back, into downward facing dog. Excuse me. And take a few breaths here. Really make sure that we're sending those sit bones up to the sky, pulling the belly button in. Feel that width across our shoulders. Shoulders away from our ears. And we're going to roll forwards into plank. Now if you find that you come forwards and your plank's too short, that means that your stancing down facing dog is too short. You need to lengthen it so you can roll forwards into plank, and we're going to hold this. Keep breathing. Keep that nice straight line. Pull the tummy in. And push back into downward facing dog. Then we're going to inhale that right leg all the way up. Come high on the toes of the left foot, tuck that knee right in, step that foot forwards. And this time we're staying on the toes of the back foot, we're not turning the foot in, we're staying on those toes this time. When you're ready, take a breath in, come all the way up, pull your tummy in, keep balancing, keep those legs so that the feet so that they're on train tracks rather than on a tight rope. Give yourself a bit of room to come up, hands to the heart. Then we're going to bring them up over our head. Lift the gaze if you can. If not, don't worry. Then bring the hands back to heart. And we're going to turn towards the long edge of our mat. Turn towards your front leg. We're going to hinge over and see if we can just tuck that left elbow on the outside of that right knee. I'm a bit wobbly today. I think it's Joe Wicks and Jamie and Lucy and Charlie's workouts every day. And releasing the hands down to the mat. Stepping back into downward facing dog. Lower into the knees. Sitting back on our heels, bring the knees wide this time so you can really come down inside into a comfortable child's pose just for a few breaths. Then drawing the knees back in, coming back up onto hands and knees, tucking the toes under, and back up into downward facing dog. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, so that again, make sure that your downward facing dog is well proportioned. Make sure it's a nice long dog, so that we can come forwards into plank. Really finding that straight line along our back, and holding here again. Pushing back into downward facing dog. We're going to take a breath in and we're going to lift that left leg all the way up and high on the right toes, tuck that left knee in, step that foot forwards, staying on the toes of the right foot. We're going to come up, hands to the heart. As we breathe out, we're going to lift those hands above our head, take the gaze if we can, pull that belly in, keep balancing, keep breathing. Bring the hands back down to the heart, twisting towards your left leg to your left hand side. I'm going to tilt over and see if we can just hook that elbow on the inside of the left knee. So that's right elbow to left knee. Keep breathing. Coming back to centre, releasing the hands to the mat. Stepping back into downward facing dog, drop into the knees. I'm going to sit back in that nice wide child's pose. You can turn the hands the other way so that the palms are on the mat. Sorry, the backs of the hands are on the mat, palms are facing up. Just to give your wrists a little bit of a rest after you've been on them for a little while. Bring the hands in, come back up onto all fours, pushing back into downward facing dog. And then we're going to walk ourselves again back to the top of the mat. I'm going to sweep our arms up. Then we're going to hinge forward into that fold, feel that leg and body connection. Breath in, lift. Breath out, hands to the mat, bend your knees. I'm going to step back into plank. Then we're either going to knees, chin and chest, or we're going to chaturanga. Coming through into upward facing dog or cobra. Push it back into downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. 2. 3. 4. 5. Bend the knees, look forward. Step the right foot down, the left foot to the front of the mat. Lift. Breath out, fold. Breath in, come all the way to the top. Breath out, hands to heart. And again, breath in all the way up. Breath out, fold. Breath in, lift. Breath out, step the right foot back and the left foot back. It's that strong plank position. Then we'll go onto knees, chin and chest or chaturanga. Through into cobra or upward facing dog. Curling the toes under, pushing back into downward facing dog. 5 more breaths here. Breath in, look forward, bend your knees, and we're going to step to the front of the mat. Lift, and breath out, fold. Breath in all the way up to the top. Breath out, hands to heart. Breath in, sweeping that big circle up. Breath out, this time we're going to sit down into Utkatasana, chair position. Breath in, as we breathe out, we're going to fold. Breath in, lift. Breath out, stepping all the way back to plank position. Lowering down, pushing through. Then pushing back to downward facing dog. This time the right heel comes in. I'm going to step the left foot forward. Coming all the way up into warrior one, keeping the hips facing the short edge of the mat this time. Breath out, hands to the mat. Stepping back, lowering down, your chosen level. Coming through. Pushing back into downward facing dog. Left heel comes in this time. Step the right foot forward. Go. Hands to the mat. Stepping back. Lowering down one last time. Pushing back into downward facing dog. And taking 5 breaths here. Breath in, look forward, bend your knees. Step the right foot and the left foot to the front of the mat. Breath out, fold. And we're going to sit down from where we are now. We'll lift the hands up into chair. Onto standing. Sweep those arms back round to the heart. And then we're not going for another full round, don't worry. Sweep the hands up. Breath out, fold. Breath in, lift. Stepping back into downward facing dog this time. Lowering the knees. And take a moment in child's pose. You might like this time to bring the hands to rest next to the feet, allowing the shoulders to open. Really feel that rounding across the shoulders. Bring yourselves up. I'm going to come over now onto our backs for our bridge pose. So we're going to have our feet flat on the floor, bring them in as close to the buttocks as you comfortably can. Feel all 4 corners of the feet. Feel the legs nice and strong and firm. Make sure that you're keeping your legs parallel to each other. Don't let the knees start to wander outwards. Making sure the neck's nice and long, chin slightly tucked in. I'm going to roll. First of all, I'm going to flatten that space underneath your lower back. Just rolling the pelvis backwards and forwards just to feel that movement. And then we're going to bring ourselves up, pushing strong with those legs. Push, push, push with those legs, firm those thighs. Then we're going to want you to lift, roll over slightly onto your right shoulder, lift the left one and tuck it underneath a little bit. And roll to the left shoulder, lift your right one, tuck that underneath a little bit so you're really on the backs of your shoulders. And then lengthening the arms if it's comfortable, clasping them underneath and really pushing down, rooting down through those feet, rooting down through the shoulders. Feeling nice, even bend all the way through the spine. Not any compression anywhere. Take a few breaths here. Again, releasing the hands, we're going to roll gently back down. Bringing the knees in. Rolling that lower back for a second. Then we're going to plant the feet firmly. I'm just going to go one more time with this one. Nice gentle back bend for a Sunday morning. So plant those feet as close to your buttocks as you can. Flatten that hollow in the lower back. Lifting onto the back of the shoulders. Tucking the left shoulder under and the right shoulder. Fastening the hands behind the back if we can. Keeping the knees parallel to each other. Pushing down really strongly with those feet. Keep breathing. And releasing the hands. Rolling gently back down. Bringing the knees in again. While I try and remember what we're doing next. Roll around on the lower back. Then we're going to make big circles. Bring the knees out and back in. Big circles. Guiding the knees with the hands. One way and the other. And we're going to roll ourselves back up to sitting. We're going to bring the legs straight out in front of us. We're going to pull those buttocks out of the way if we need to so we can really feel our sit bones on the floor. Legs parallel to each other. If anything, thighs are slightly rolling in towards each other. We're going to pull the toes towards us, making sure the spine's nice and straight, shoulders are back, away from the ears. Chin's parallel to the floor. Gazing ever so slightly towards your toes. Hands by your hips. Lowering, just tucking that chin in a tiny little bit, lowering the gaze while closing the eyes if it feels comfortable. Dandasana. Staff pose. Remember to keep that belly button pulling in. We're not quite at a relaxing point yet. Releasing the gaze, releasing the hands. Trying to keep that straight back, trying to keep those sit bones in contact with the floor. We're going to this time bring the legs nice and wide. Just as far as feels comfortable, we're not hurting ourselves. Ahimsa, non-violence. That means towards ourselves, towards each other. One of the main facets of yoga to live our life by. If you just picked one, that'd be a good one. And from here, we're going to hinge forward just as far as it feels comfortable, and you'll really feel that on the backs of the legs, the inside of the thighs. Some of you might be able to lie down from here. This is me today. This is as far as I can go. So we're keeping that back nice and straight. We're not rounding so that we can get low down. We're just keeping that back nice and straight. If you can get your elbows down, great. Not for me today. Keep those toes pulling towards you. Back nice and straight and long. And then gently bringing ourselves up. What we're going to do is we're going to bring this left leg, we're going to fold the knee, we're going to bring this left leg in, tucking the sole against of that foot against the right leg. And then we've done Janu Sirsasana before, where we align our body with the leg and fold over it. We're going to do the revolved version this morning. So we're going to turn to the left so that our torso is in line with our left thigh this time. Then we're going to bring the right hand to the inside of the right knee, the palm facing forwards. And when you're ready, we're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to slide down the inside of that leg. And when you're ready, bring that top arm over, and if you can, grab your big toe. Somebody's pinched your big toe, somebody's moved it, don't worry about it, wherever you get to. If it's not comfortable, keep it tucked behind your back. That might be a good option for a lot of you this morning. And we're going to bring the gaze over the left shoulder without cricking the neck. Really feeling that stretch down the left hand side of the body. And releasing the left arm over, sliding back up. We're going to swap legs. So bring that left arm out, left leg out straight. Bring the right knee in, bending it before we tuck it in. Right sole against the inside of the left thigh. Bringing the torso in line with the right thigh. Left hand comes to the inside of the left knee, palm facing forwards. Take a nice breath in. And we're going to hinge to the left, slide, slide, slide in. And if it's comfortable, bring that right arm up and over. And the gaze underneath that right armpit. Breath in to release that right arm, sliding gently all the way back up, bringing the legs straight out in front of us again. Find those sit bones, pull the toes towards you, sweeping the arms up, and hinge forward into Paschimottanasana. Wherever the hands land is fine, don't use them as a lever, just make sure you're keeping that back straight, gaze towards your toes. Whether you can reach your knees, the floor either side, outside edge of your feet, whichever is comfortable for you, because we're just going to rest here for a few breaths. Really feel that upper body melting over the lower body. Breaths are nice and long and slow. Heart rate steady. And gently ease yourself back up and come onto your back, bring yourself down onto your back, legs out straight first of all, then we're going to inhale the right knee into the chest, really hug it in with both hands, really try and make that leg and body connection. In to join it, bringing both knees in now. Apanasana, wind pose, great for relieving stomach pain, stomach aches, or for you ladies, if it's that time of the month, can bring some relief. As we breathe out, we're going to let that right leg straighten now, keeping the left leg tucked in. Releasing the left leg and bringing the arms directly overhead, a really big stretch. Pointing the toes, pointing the fingers, making yourself as long as you can. Then we're going to inhale that right knee in again. If you're going to practice this yourselves at home, it's always the right knee, then both knees, then the left knee. And that just means that the pressure is applied. Bring your left knee in now. The pressure is applied in the right order to stimulate the digestive processes, the stomach and the intestines. Is everything moving in the right direction? Releasing that right knee, keeping that left one hooked in. And releasing that left leg. Bringing the arms overhead, giving yourself a really, really big stretch. And releasing that, come into your version of Shavasana. Or if it's more comfortable for you, you can have your feet flat to the floor, knees bent, resting against each other. You find your comfortable position for Shavasana. Let the feet flop out to the sides of the mat. Palms facing upward, shoulders relaxed. Gently closing the eyes, tucking the chin into the chest. Let everything relax, let everything go. Most people's favourite pose, it's what most people come for. A nice lie down at the end. I want you to take a big, deep breath in through your nose and then release it through the mouth. Another deep breath in through the nose. Really bring that breath all the way to the bottom of the lungs. Breathing out through the mouth. One more time, one last long deep breath in. And breathing out. Now let the rhythm of your breathing return to normal. And we're going to concentrate now on relaxing each of the toes in turn. So we're going to relax the big toe on both feet, and the second toe, and the third toe, the fourth toe. Relaxing both little toes now. Relaxing the balls of the feet. Relaxing the arches of the feet. Relaxing the heels and the ankles. Relaxing the calves. Relaxing the shins. Relaxing the front of the knee and the back of the knee. Consciously relaxing the thighs. Quads on the front, hamstrings on the back. Relaxing the buttocks. Feeling them spread onto the mat. Feeling the ground supporting you. Relaxing the hips. Relaxing the lower back. Relaxing the stomach. No tension there now. Relaxing the middle of the back. Relaxing the ribs and the chest. Relaxing the shoulders. Really relax the shoulders. And fall away from the ears. Relax the neck and the throat. Relax the jaw. Relax the tongue inside the mouth. Just bringing the tip of it behind your top front teeth. Relax the face. Relax the eyes. The eyebrows. A little space in between your eyebrows. Relaxing the scalp and the back of the head. And your whole body relax. Feel the back of the body being supported by the mat, by the earth beneath. The earth, millions, billions of years old, seen all kinds of things come and go. This too shall pass. a bit lonely at the moment. I know that I'm missing human contact more than an introvert like I ever thought I would say. But we'll all be back together again soon. And technology is amazing now. We can keep in touch. The touch of a button, flicker of a video screen. Make sure if you have any wobbles, you reach out. Remember that you're not alone. You are loved. Yes, now start to wiggle your fingers and your toes now. Gently rotating the wrists and the ankles as you become aware of the sounds inside the room and the sounds outside of the room. Bringing the palms of the hands together now, we're going to rub them together to generate some warmth, and then placing them gently over the eyes. And bringing the knees, tucking the knees into the chest now, rolling over onto your right hand side, keeping the eyes covered. And opening the eyes inside the hands, starting to open the fingers to let the light back in. And nice and slowly, when you're ready, roll yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. Just take a minute. Now I'm going to place the hands by the hips. I'm going to sweep the arms up in a big circle, bringing them back down to our heart. Again, we're going to sweep all that love, all the positive energy that we've created this morning, practicing together, albeit at a distance. And we're going to lock it into our heart space. One more time. Bringing all that positive energy, locking it into our hearts until we can practice together again. Thank you for joining me this morning. Namaste.